we had a lot of interest in this and finally sold it for 123. Hey guys, it's Poochie. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new. I am what is called a reseller, and that is what this channel is about. What that means is I buy things cheap, I resell for more, and the middle part is profit. And that's what we like, is profit. So I'm going to show you some bolos to look out for. Some stuff we sold in the last month that we sold for a really nice profit. Quite a bit of money. And I'm also going to tell you that if you are sick and tired of paying eBay fees, if you are a reseller or you want better deals, you want to see what we sell as wholesale lots to resellers, then come over to thebins.net. That's our new marketplace. And we are I'm making deals for sellers right now. Boy, if you sign up as a seller and you put stuff on there, I will make you a heck of a deal, because I'm sick of these marketplaces charging more and more and more. If they're not charging the seller, eBay and arm and a leg, they're charging the buyer, Mercari and Depop. So it's just the marketplaces have gone nuts kind of lately. So thebins.net is a marketplace that I started up, and it's not only for buyers, but it's for resellers. It's for resellers to buy wholesale lots. We have wholesale lots on there. That is the only place we'll be selling wholesale lots, as a matter of fact. So come over to thebins.net. And I mean, it's a great name, right? The Bins. Everybody knows what the Bins is. Everybody loves the Bins. So let's get into some of the stuff that sold on eBay, right? And how much it sold for over the last month. eBay has been, it's weird because we had last month where we were like 40% up from the month before. And then this month we're kind of up like 10% over that. But eBay has been slow. We're actually having a huge sale on eBay right now on some of our old stuff. But we're also going to start selling live on thebins.net. So that will be coming up soon too, because I've about had it up to here with eBay. I've been selling on eBay for about 27 or 28 years, and it's crazy. So what they do, and what thebins.net does not do, is they throttle you. And what that means is they will give you, if you're an eBay seller, you know what I'm talking about. They'll give you a certain amount of sales a day, and like that's it. Suddenly your sales just stop, which means they're showing buyers that could potentially be yours items from other sellers. I'm not sure why they do that, but they've been doing it for years and it's been proven. So they'll show your items to a certain amount of people and then they just kind of cap it. Or you sell a certain amount of things and then they just kind of cap it. So in my opinion, which is backed up by data, however you say it. Lucky Strike Racing Jacket 3XL. This is a great pickup, guys. It was very cool. 80s Alpine Star, sold for $129.88. I did have it for a while though. Okay, I had it for a while. Sold 3 pairs. Check this out. 3 pairs of these Carhartt double knee carpenter pants. The double knee in Carhartt is definitely a bolo. The thing about these is they're kind of like thrashed, they're faded, they've been worn. They all sold to a buyer in Japan. I have one more left, and they've also made an offer on that one, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to sell that one for so much less. So I have one more pair, and I'm waiting for the right buyer on them. But they sold immediately. I think one literally sold within 15 minutes of listing it for full price. And if you look on eBay, it's crazy because the brand new ones that are in great condition, these are in perfect condition. Like, you can't sell them for, like, people can't sell them for $80, and I'm over here selling these thrashed up ones for $120. So when something is thrashed, shows wear, do not discount it as unsellable, because in a lot of cases, or many cases, right, you can sell them and sell them for a premium. Ralph Lauren shirt. This is brand new. It is a paint splatter. I'm going to open this up and show you real quick because it's really cool design. I saw this and I was like, what is Ralph Lauren doing? Some people say Ralph Lauren, some people say Ralph Lauren, whatever. But this had like 148 MSRP, and we had a lot of interest in this and finally sold it for 123. Was long. I mean, it's 6XB, but it was so long. It was like a Ralph Lauren dress. This is a Chief Keef, Big Pony, USA. Let me show you the Ralph Lauren stuff that sells really well. Okay, you see this? USA on the front. It's got the 3 over here. It's got the Big Pony. This is the kind of Ralph Lauren stuff that I look for, that I sell very well. That is definitely a bolo. Just make sure you're not getting the fake stuff, because there's a lot of Ralph Lauren fake stuff. So you got to be careful. Vintage Lee overalls. Okay, so these are cool. These sold for $62.59. And here's the interesting thing about these. See how they're like, they've got like splatter over here, splatter over here. I literally paid a couple dollars for these guys because they had so much splatter on them, right? They're worn. They got issues. They're short, 26-inch inseam, right? They got paint. They got stains. Guess what? Someone in LA bought them that reworks vintage clothing. So they take vintage clothing and they use the fabric and they create something new and cool. So like I said, don't ever discount the thrashed stuff. Don't ever discount the stuff that has wear or has stains, because a lot of people like that. If you look at my 7 top sellers, okay, these are my top 7 selling items. 4 of them are thrashed, stained, holes in them. I mean, you name it. 4 out of the top 7 sellers this month on eBay. True Legend. These are baggy kind of streetwear hip hop. If you have those baggy jeans, those are keywords you want to use. Baggy, streetwear, hip hop. Those sold for $59.52. These are Under Armour pants, hunting pants. So you see how they have the knees are different, these hunting pants, right? They sold for a premium, $58.29. So in Under Armour, this is something to look for. Connie Gold, Connie Carl, again, baggy is a keyword that we use. So Connie Carl are desirable, but I'm not sure that all of them are desirable. So make sure that you look them up before you pick them up. 686 Everywhere collection. These are khaki men's pants. I'd say these are a bolo because this came out of left field for me. We got them cheap and like probably $4 or $5 and sold for $54.98. Vintage Oakland Raiders jersey. This is Jerry Rice. I think it might be, it almost looks like it's a practice jersey. No, it's got the name on back, but it's very plain, right? So it's Oakland or LA Raiders, one of those. Now it's the Las Vegas Raiders. So, I mean, take your pick. You know, put them all in a hat, shake them up, and grab one. That's what it is. And so that sold. It took a long time to sell that, which surprised me, but it sold for $54.11. Jerry Rice, of course, a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest receivers in the game, but he's associated with San Francisco 49ers. So a lot of people might want the San Francisco 49ers jerseys, Jerry Rice. But my thing is, the Raiders ones are more rare. So if you're really a Jerry Rice fan, you want to... new offers keep coming in on this one shirt, and they're just busting my balls, so to speak. I keep coming back to them with an offer and they keep coming back with low. I mean, if they keep it up, I'm going to block them because I don't like playing games. Vintage Levi 501s, distressed thrashed 90s, 5267. Let me show you again a pair of distressed thrashed jeans clothing that sold for a premium, right? And how do I know that they're, I can't look at all the pictures, but yeah, so those Levi's sold for $52.67. These Liberty overalls, man, this is a big boy or girl. These are 60 by 30. So these, man, I had to charge like $850 just to ship these. I'm kidding. But you see all the tag. We take pictures of all the tags so people can see the exact, well, that's so when we list, we can see the size, but also we can try to figure out the dates. It's important to take pictures of the tags because people want to know the exact fabric content sometimes. And so just a nice pair of Liberty overalls sold for $34.99. But like I said, shipping was a bit much. Sold for $51.90. Odd Future shirt, Tron Cat, Tyler the Creator. So this is Tyler the Creator, Tron Cat. I bought it. I had no idea what it was, but I thought it was cool, and it might be some sort of a influencer, like a YouTube influencer or Instagram influencer, but it's Tyler the Creator, so it sold for $50 with shipping. Abby Dawn jeans, Avril Lavigne skull. Maybe these are Avril Lavigne jeans that she wears. I don't know. I would guess they're jeans like Avril Lavigne wears. And a lot of times you can sell things like, things will sell like, let's say a celebrity, Avril Lavigne, wears a pair of jeans, is seen out in public wearing a certain pair of jeans. Then suddenly those jeans, other people want them. So I know that happens a lot with people. Who's the guy who sings? I can't remember. But a lot of times people see something on their favorite celebrity, and then it becomes like, ooh, that's the end thing. A lot of people start looking for it. Prana pants, we do really good with Prana pants. We do really well with Gorpcore, is a keyword for like outdoors, hiking, camping, stuff like that. $49.71. Here's another pair of overalls that sold. $48.14. Academics jeans. This is kind of weird because it says straight leg baggy. So I guess they were baggy, but we decided to use the search term straight leg too. Probably should have said baggy hip hop. Would have been better search terms, but those sold for $47.46. Jake Agave jeans, $46.94. Miller High Life jacket. This is just an old, well, I don't know how old it is, but it's just a cool Miller High Life jacket. So if that's someone's favorite beer, would make a great gift, right? M. Mac dress. This is kind of like it almost looks like a kimono style. Not really. I lied. Vintage code blue jacket, motorcycle trucker. So if you look at this motorcycle, that's definitely a trucker jacket. We could have also put... we put jean jacket here, but we could have put like chore. We could have added the search, the keyword coat. This medieval dress, Renaissance costume. We had so much interest in it, right? So much interest. Finally sold. It's just, I think it's something that someone wore to those medieval fairs or whatever. Smart Wool is a good brand for us. Sold for $42.98. Arkansas Razorback jacket. Windbreaker sold for $42.78. We do pretty well with college stuff. If it's the right, some colleges are more popular than others. Some colleges, there's so much out there that we don't really do that well with them. So you kind of have to still be picky. This is an IHOP sweater, a work sweater, vintage, sold it for $42.62. Hello Kitty pajamas, one piece, $42.04. We do pretty well with Hello Kitty stuff usually. Vintage Extremes jacket. Let me show you this one because it's really cool. Sold for 41 bucks. That's cool, right? I just think that's a really cool jacket. Sometimes we get stuff not because of the brand, but because of the look, okay, the style. Vintage Cody, Wyoming shirt sold for $41.33. The North Face jacket sold for $41.17. As a general rule, a lot of the more standard, easier to find North Face stuff is down in pricing, so be careful when you're buying North Face stuff. Patagonia shorts, vintage Slaves shirt. Not sure what this is. Oh, punk rock sold for $39.99. Polo Ralph Lauren jacket sold for $39.99. Dexter shoes sold for $39.87. This is cool. This is just a Mad Hatter type costume, right? Disney, and it sold for $38.98. Athleta is another brand we do pretty well with, $38.98. Levi's $5.50. This is a Salvation shirt, and let me show you what it is. We had a lot of interest on this. It says Salvation over here. It's just kind of a Y2K shirt. There's no design on the back, and this is a design on the front. So again, we call that affliction style, which is very hot right now. It's a Y2K type style, is what that's what the youngsters call it. Flax jacket. I'm surprised this didn't sell for more, especially since it's 100% linen, but sold for $38.29. Flax is a good brand. Here is an official affliction shirt, so you can see what it looks like. Okay, there's a little bit on the back. Live Fast, Affliction, and then this is the front design. So Affliction is a very hot brand right now, as is MMA. A lot of people like that too. South Pole, Echo Unlimited, but it depends what it actually is. Not all of it is selling very well. It has to have that certain look like that I just showed you and the one before. Polo Ralph Lauren, buckle duck hiking shoes. Duck shoes, $36.37. Brooks Brothers, solid white dress shirt. We do very well with those, $36.36. This is cool. This is $3 Dewey shirt. It's a vintage shirt, and it says, the story of $3 Deweys. Back in the Yukon, nights were long and lonely. If a fellow didn't want to spend the night alone, he might try one of the local houses of pleasure, where the ladies would smile coyly and point to the following list: $1 looky, $2 feely, $3 Dewey. Such a dad joke, right? Such a dad joke. But I love the shirt. It's from the 90s, and it sold for $35.94. Kansas City Chiefs, just a very plain, like kind of an under a base layer shirt, right? Sold for $35.93. Georgia Bulldog shirt. This is an older one. Okay, it's a homecoming, I guess, shirt. Very cool. I had a lot of interest in that too. Sold for $35.63. Ariat. A lot of people say Ariat. It's not Ariat it's not Ariat. God, because it's named after the horse Secretariat. So Ariat is the name of the brand. Sold for $35.60. That's a good brand to find. I have some jeans, and the jeans aren't selling for too much right now, which is shocking to me. I guess you got to be a little careful what style you buy. Chico's jacket, $35.51. Psycho Bunny 4XLT, sold for $35.46, and I literally spent a couple of bucks on that. Here's a cool shirt. This is Ken Dunn, and that is who the artist is. So it's a very kind of funky, you can see the art pattern there, and sometimes art patterns do very, very well. So you see this is Dunn Art and Design. You see all of the info on there, right? And it's just a really nice vintage t-shirt and collectible that sold for $35.16. We're going to do a little bit more, guys. I'll show you a little bit more. I know this video is getting crazy long, but I want to show you some of the things that we're selling, what they're selling for, because it's so helpful to know not only what's selling, but the stuff that's selling fast is helpful to know. And it's also really helpful to know what it's selling for, because when you know what it's selling for, you know what to spend. And more importantly, you know what not to spend when you're buying it. Cool pants. We do well with these. They sold for $34.99. Garnet Hill dress. So this is not particularly because of the brand. It is because of the style. So it is boho and log and look. Okay, it's also organic cotton, but boho log and look is a very popular style. Log and look is kind of like layered look. So it's more baggy stuff. Boho, I kind of think of it like hippie. Boho is hippie. Kiwi, I don't know how to pronounce this that well, but it sold very quickly. It is a little sweater. Kenny Chesney, this one sold very quick too, which is kind of weird because we've had problems selling country music, like tour musician or tour shirts. So I guess it completely depends on what it is, because this sold very quickly, or pretty quickly, and for a good price. Orvis is a brand that has kind of fallen by the wayside as far as sales go. At least we've noticed. We have a lot of really nice Orvis stuff that just isn't selling. We're having to price it lower, so be careful when you're buying Orvis stuff. This is an Orvis sweater, cable knit, silk blend. Let me show you what it looks like so you know. Okay, you see the cable knit, and it's really nice. It's kind of like got that Irish look, and then this is the tag, right? So be careful what you're buying, Orvis. And if you'd like to buy some Orvis, contact us. We have several items available. San Antonio sports shirt sold for $33.85. Olympics. Let's see this, right? San Antonio sports. Not sure why it says Olympics, but it looks like it's a bunch of Olympic sports. So it's, again, thrashed. You see all the paint marks, right? You can tell it's from the 90s because of the tag, and it's still sold for $33.85. Bowden dress. This sold for a little less than I wanted to. Bowden is a great brand. Sold for $33.75. Keith Haring. God, I love Keith Haring. One of my favorite artists, and this is just a 2XL dancing flower head shirt with his signature on his it's his brand, and it sold for $33.63. Hook, you pronounce that Hook, $33.55. Hook is a good brand. Magellan, we do pretty good with Magellan pants, the convertible pants. We do not do that well with Magellan shirts, so I would not suggest buying Magellan shirts unless it's something fantastic. Dance Gavin Dance is a band. We sold this for $33.44. Lauren Ralph Lauren, 2X Ivory. Again, linen shirt, log and look. Linen and log and look are two really good buying factors or selling factors. Sold for $33.31. New York Mets 1986 shirt sold for $33.77. Vintage Burger King shirt sold for $32.99. A lot of the work shirts do good, or some work shirts do good, and some of the vintage ones do really well. Sold for $32.99. Polo Ralph Lauren. I'm not sure why they put single stitch, because that's really not a deal when it's, unless it's a vintage t-shirt, which I don't think this is, because it's got the screen printed tag, but it's still sold very well for a t-shirt, $32.99. Toad & Company is another brand that some things can do very well for. This one did good. $32.99. Another Brooks Brothers white dress shirt sold for $32.98. Labor Day shirt. Okay, so $32.95. And let me show you something that I like to pick up. I like to pick this up in clothing, and I like to pick it up also in glasses. We are in a military town here. Fort Liberty, which used to be Fort Bragg, is in our town. So we come across a lot of military uniforms, a lot of military related clothing, a lot of military glasses and mugs and steins and things like that. So this is one of those things. This is a Labor Day shirt, Camp Arif Jan, Kuwait, 2006. Okay, so it says patents own, we will not fail, we will not falter, CFLCC, and it is for a Labor Day 2006 event in Kuwait. So the military stuff like this, I've found, can sell very well. You don't have to just get like military uniform stuff, but also we find a lot of the t-shirts and like glasses, like drinking glasses and mugs and things sell pretty well too. J. Jill, $32.79. J. Jill, the plus sizes are selling. This is denim, so that's different, but the plus sizes and shirts are selling in the more substantial pieces. But the regular sizes have gone down in sales, I've noticed. Vintage Abercrombie & Fitch shirt, $32.62. Miller Lite sweater, this one sold quick. It's just a Miller Lite Christmas sweater, ugly Christmas sweater. It's got the Miller Lights, it's got the reindeer. I mean, what more could you ask for? Body by Victoria vest. It is double-breasted wool. Sold for $32.22. Spandex is a keyword we use sometimes too, because a lot of people like the spandex because they know it's going to give a little bit. So the fabric will give a little bit to make it easier to fit in. Columbia sweater makes it a little more comfortable too. Columbia sweater, we usually don't do that great with Columbia, so let's look and see what this is. Speckled Bucule. I don't know what speckled Bucule is, but whatever that is, apparently it's good. Ms. and Main shirt. Ms. and Main is a brand to look out for. We pick them up whenever we can, usually. Just be careful what you are buying. Ms. and Main. Let's do one more page, right? And then we'll be done. Patagonia sweatshirt sold for $31.89. Patagonia is another brand kind of for us, like Patagonia and some Lululemon doesn't do well. You have to make sure you're buying the right stuff at the right price, because not all of it. It's not like a Lily Pulitzer too. It's not like an automatic, you're going to sell it for a lot of money. Even though $31.89 I'm fine with. Winnie the Pooh sweatshirt sold for $31.83. Connie Gold. Here's another one, that Connie Carl thing. And this is Y2K. So let me show you. It's got that affliction style look. We should have probably said affliction style in here. Because when you say affliction style, it's something that we say on eBay and they allow us to. So far, fingers crossed. And it makes it sell for more. LL Bean. We usually don't do very well with LL Bean, so I'm very happy that this one sold for $31.75. Yay us. Another pair of overalls. As you can see, we sold like 4 or 5 pairs of overalls this month. Sold for $31.71. The Vans jacket definitely has skater written all over it. It is a Vans hoodie, flannel, skateboarder, which she should have used the search term, the keyword skater, when she listed it. That was a mistake, but it still sold quickly anyway. Lucky Brand dress. Lucky Brand is another brand we're very careful when we buy stuff now, because some of it is just doesn't sell for very much, and it doesn't sell very quickly. So $31.54 though. Munsingwear is another brand. It's Munsingwear. Usually it's Penguin by Munsingwear. Which I like the brand because it's got a cute little penguin. This one is a Munsingwear only shirt though, no penguin. $31.50. Lane Bryant shirt, another thing that we don't buy very much of, but it was crochet lace. $31.45. Brooks Brothers vest, sold for $31.06. Patagonia pants, $30.99. Zenana dress, $30.99. Anne Klein, $30.99. Again, not a brand we pick up. We've had this a long time, I can see from the title, so thank God it sold. Jean-Michel Basquiat is how you pronounce his name. He was an artist, a graffiti artist, who was very popular. Keith Haring and Jean-Michel Basquiat, their clothing, I love to pick it up because they're two of my favorite artists, so their clothing sells well. Cactus dress sold pretty quickly for $30.94. Vintage Diamond Supply shirt sold for $30.75. Just an old t-shirt. Grateful Dead shirt. This is kind of cool. It's not that old, okay? But look at that. The kid's just like smashing the ice cream into his rainbow head. Giant teeth. It's a great design. It sold for $30.73. Here is a vintage South Pole, so I'll show you kind of what the South Pole stuff looks like. See how it's a knight in armor's helmet, whatever, and then it's kind of just got the swirlies around, and it's just, that's definitely a Y2K type design. Y2K hip hop are two keywords that are very popular for items like that. Vintage Green Bay Packers, $30.42. Ralph Lauren Blake linen, $30.30. If you're buying Ralph Lauren, what you want to look for is you want to look for sizes 3X and bigger. 2X is okay, but 3X and bigger is where you get, you know, they're worth more. Also, linen is a good, and also we do well with the flesh ponies, but I don't really do the Ralph Lauren polo shirts anymore because they just don't sell for enough. It's got to be a button up. Zara shirt. Zara is another good brand. We sell both the men's and women's. $30.30. Ariat shirt, $30.25. C.E. Schmidt shirt, which is a workwear shirt, which, you know, I'm very happy we got $30.23 for this. That was a good price. RVCA shirt. Let's look and see what this is because it sold for $30. Really not sure why it sold for so much, but happy that it did. Polo Ralph Lauren. This is another one. Sometimes you can get better money on the Polo Ralph Lauren stuff when it is a good design, and this is a good design. The tan and red plaid. Really a nice color. So even though it's older, it's not a great size. Extra large is okay, but it sold for a good price because of that. So guys, that's it as far as what sold over the last month. The good things, we sold a lot of stuff that wasn't so good, and I'm not going to waste your time with that. We'll do that in another video. Remember to join thebins.net, THEBINS.net. We are looking for sellers, not just all sellers though. We want sellers who have good stuff. We want sellers who will be able to offer wholesale lots to our buyers at a good price. That's what we're doing. That's the only place we have wholesale lots. We have wholesale lots for clothing. We have wholesale lots for graphic t-shirts, for polo shirts. We have wholesale lots for Apple Watch bands. And that's just the start. We're going to have much more coming. So join us over there. Remember to like the video. Number 1, subscribe. Number 2, buy low, sell high. That's an always thing. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks so much for watching.